Hey, it's Giuseppe with Zenith. I wanted to share a story. I just got off the phone with a client after reviewing some options for them. Over the last couple of years, they were actually a client that I helped buy a home 10 years ago. And I've never really done a loan for them since, a refinance, because they had a great rate to begin with. And even during COVID, those rates weren't quite low enough to make it worthwhile. So I was thrilled when they reached out. And then as we started discussing their situation, they ended up, they have a great mortgage. Since then, they have a second mortgage. Life happens. They have accumulated about $150,000 worth of credit cards, car loans, business loans for a new business that they started. With the Fed doing what they've been doing and raising rates, it was kind of choking them. And so we again looked at all options, and an unusual at first blush solution came to be. And so they had, of course, a ton of equity because of how long ago they bought. They probably had 70% equity. And so what we ended up doing is doing a refinance for them. We took them from a 3.5% rate to a 7.5% rate, which was the current rate based on their credit scores and everything. Which again, at first you would think, does that really make sense? But here's the solution. Here are the numbers. We ended up, they ended up with a new payment, which when we compared just the minimum payment on the old loans, the first and the second mortgage, and all the other debt payments, their new payment is about $1,800 less per month. Okay, so $22,000 in savings per year. Then we also just took it one step. I mean, the savings are great, but how do we help our clients get ahead? So what I showed them is, okay, if you now take the $1,800 and apply them towards your new loan, now you will be paid off completely with this new 30-year mortgage in 12 years. So in 12 years, they can be completely debt-free. A month from now, they're going to be all debt-free except for the mortgage. And then as we refinance down the road, when rates move lower, those savings will increase even more, and that will speed up that timeline. But 12 years to being completely debt-free, if they had their original mortgage and had accumulated zero debt, that would still be 8 years ahead of that time frame, because that was 10 years ago. So we would be 10 plus 12 would put them at 22 years on a 30-year loan. So this is a very telling story of this kind of situation that some people find themselves in right now. So especially with student loans coming back online, if you'd like us to evaluate that for you, let's start with a phone call and go from there. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.